Greetings from University Circle in Cleveland, Ohio. Today is Monday, October 2nd, 2023. It is 8:22 a.m. in the morning. And I've started a few videos before near University Circle. I started one across the street over there and I explored that way and then kept going down Euclid Avenue, which is where the camera's pointed right now. Going further eastward, Wade Oval or Wade Lagoon is just across the way there, as well as the art museum. So I've explored that with whether it be the Chalk Festival or just looking at the various museums. And I've also did a bike riding video where I started across the street coming from Euclid, and I believe I went down this direction and looked at the free Cleveland Cultural Gardens. But this morning we're going to do a walk that sort of mimics the direction we started for that Cleveland Cultural Gardens video, going toward Martin Luther King or MLK Jr. Drive. But the reason we're going that way today is to check out the Jesse Owens Olympic Oak Plaza, which was recently fully dedicated. I want to say it was about a week or two ago. So sometime in the month of September 2023. The temperature this morning is beautiful still for October. About 62 degrees right now. Later on it'll get up to 74. This is Chester that we're approaching. When you get to this point, Chester is a one-way street. You can see all 5 lanes. You got the 3 middle lanes that just go forward, and then the 2 outer lanes you can either turn left or turn right. And then once you continue on to Chester for like the next block or two, you can see at the fork there where it splits off. So it's only at this point where Chester sort of begins and is one way. Down there on the right, you can see the Wade Lagoon. I was over there about 2 weeks ago, right after the Chalk Festival had ended. They do an annual Chalk Festival outside the art museum that is just beyond the water. So I took a bunch of pictures and did a video on that. For a while we didn't have any rain, so I was like, oh, people who wanted to go see the chalk could probably see them for like up to a week afterward. But then a couple of days ago we did have pretty fair downpour. I thought about starting this video just right at the Jesse Owens Park and making it a shorter video. But I figured, you know what, it's a beautiful morning. It's not often that you see the sun during the fall time out this pretty. You can see, even though most of the trees there are green, some on the left there are starting to change colors. Yeah, I just figured the whole thing would be a nice visual, peaceful walk getting there, and then it also helps that it adds a little bit of context showing where this park actually is. Because if you're familiar with all the other things I mentioned already, like University Circle, the Euclid Avenue, the art museum, then it helps orient you a little bit. I also have Google Maps up on my phone just to make sure that I'm taking the right direction. One nice thing about this area, because again, that's the art museum up there, is there's often like a lot of paths that weave in and out. So you don't have to stick to one exact path. Like you could work your way up by the art museum, you can go behind the art museum and eventually still get to the same spot that I'm walking now. And there's just a lot of different I don't know, I'm missing the right word right now, but aesthetics as you're walking. Like even across the street there's a little hill that goes up the street, but then along that sidewalk hill there's several benches that you could sit at for like a little lunch break or a morning snack or a little rest stop. You know, I never realized, I never realized. So when I did that Cleveland Cultural Garden walk or bike ride, the first garden that I saw was like a ways down, but now I'm seeing there's actually the Chinese Cultural Garden is right there. So that's something that I wasn't aware of. The Chinese one is far away from all the other ones. Yeah, but just look how nice of a walk this is. I gotta stop and take a picture of this, even if it's not our ultimate destination. The landscaping, I guess that's part of the wording I was looking for earlier. The landscaping everywhere around here is very nice. Another reason I was determined to come here this morning was I actually shot not quite the same video, but I shot a video of the Jesse Owens Park last week. And then when I got back to my computer to get ready to upload the footage, I realized that there must have been like a big smudge or something caked onto my camera lens, because the whole video, like, I could have still uploaded it, but like I was just so distracted from the get-go of how blurry and distorted it kind of looked from whatever smudge it was. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to scrap that footage. I have to walk in the grass here because the sprinklers, well, that sprinkler's really shooting out. And it's coming toward me. See, that's what I don't want. I don't want rain droplets to get back on this camera, and I'll have a repeat. But anyway, I figured I would be determined to come back and still film that today. Normally I'd be walking in the sidewalk, but of course the sprinklers are all going off right now. Give me 1 second here. I had just paused the footage for a second to snap a picture from the direction behind me. Got the little creek running through here. Up that hill would again be going toward the art museum, I guess up Jephthah. And I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to cross, but right there is I think it's the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. Yeah, Cleveland Museum of Natural History. Last time when I was bike riding by here, they were doing construction. Pretty heavy construction. It's been going on for a while, but it looks like it's might finally be finished. And you can even see the sign up there says new museum entrance on Wade Oval Drive. So if you go on the opposite side of the Natural History Museum, you can see the entrance. We are approaching East 105th Street at MLK Drive. I'm trying to think what's the better side to walk on. Gotta look at Google Maps real quick here. I believe it's on the left side of the street. Yeah, according to this, it's on the left side, so I'm going to stick to right here. Alright, we got the walk sign, but decent stream of traffic going out. Let's see if any of them wait. I always wonder when you're holding this little camera, does that influence whether a car will decide to turn in front of you in the crosswalk or not? So when I did the bike ride, I was on that side of the street, past the tennis courts, and it just kept on riding. But really it's this entire street, and the cultural gardens are on both sides of the street, so I focused more on the ones that were on, I guess you would call it, the east side of the street. Right now I'm on the west side of the street, but there's a bunch of tennis courts over there. But from Google Maps, I believe that the Jesse Owens Park is just beyond the body of water that is in front of us. So I think this sign might be a little outdated because it says Olympic Plaza coming soon to honor our USA Olympians. But I think the Olympic Plaza is the Jesse Owens thing that was recently dedicated. Alright, so we are approaching it right now. There should be several signs along the way. I don't know if they all repeat the same thing, but you can see they have like a track going around Jesse Owens Olympic Park Plaza. The memorial markers are installed along an existing 200-meter loop around the tree in honor of the legacy of Jesse Owens. And I believe they're referring to that tree which is in the center over there. I'll try to read about it in a second, but there is some special significance to it. And I don't know how much of this is exactly new. Like, the track may have been here for a while, but there's certain elements of this park that, like, because they were just dedicated, it's like now deemed complete. So that's why I figured, oh, I better come check it out. But you can see right here, they've got some old, it seems like it's modeled after, as if it was like a newspaper articles that you're reading, talking about future track star is born, the Buckeye Bullet. On August 5th, 1936, Jesse Owens wins his third out of 4 gold medals in the 200 meter with a 20.7 second time, setting a new Olympic record. Boy, if I'm not dressed to run right now. Of course I could run, but I've got dress shoes and dress pants on. Otherwise, I'm a fast runner in general, so obviously I'm not going to get Jesse Owens time, but it'd be fun. It would have been fun in hindsight to have like set up the tripod and ran around it myself and then timed it afterward. But yeah, let's just continue along this path and then we'll get to the middle there. While I'm walking around here, let me try to read about this tree specifically. The tree in the middle is genetically identical to one of the 4 trees awarded to Jesse Owens for his 4 gold medals at the 1936 Olympic Games in Berlin. It was propagated from the original Jesse Owens Olympic oak tree at Rhodes High School, which is the only confirmed location of one of these beautiful legacy trees. So that's a fun fact. I didn't know Rhodes High School had some tree related to it. So I'm trying to see. Oh, so they have like different volumes as you're going across. So I guess that was like volume 1 of 2. This is volume 2 of 4. So if you want to read about the history, I guess you can keep progressively walking around and then they'll be in order. August 8th, 1936, win the gold medal in the 4x100 relay with a time of 39.8 seconds, setting a new world record. And this is the third of 4, talking about after the 1936 Olympics. Oh, and also the 4th one must be talking about the aftermath, because you can see like Jesse Owens passes away. Gee, I didn't know that. Had been a pack-a-day cigarette smoker for 35 years and died of lung cancer in 1980 at the age of 66. August 1st, 1936, Owens wins the first of 4 gold medals in the 100-meter race with a 10.3 second time, tying the world record. So I guess if you want to, that makes sense why they have the 100-meter marked off right here. I assume these are to scale, like where they have the markings if you actually were to run it yourself. Although I guess it's possible that they're just decorative. I think that creek that we saw earlier is running alongside here on our right. And now we're facing the sun, but not for too long. So this is the fourth and final marker. And that's talking about the aftermath, his legacy laid to rest, the various dedications, Jesse Owens Memorial Stadium at Ohio State University. On August 4th, 1936, Jesse Owens wins his second out of 4 gold medals in the long jump with 26 feet and 5 1/4 inches, setting a new Olympic record. So here you go, if you want to do your long jump. I wonder if that, God, is that how, that's not how long he jumped, is it? 26 feet? God, it must be. I was going to say, that's crazy. Look at that. How the heck are you going to do a long jump like that? I mean, yeah, you get a running start, but still. That's like a movie that you could have jumped across buildings. This might have been part of the thing they were just finishing off here for the recent dedication. Jesse Owens Olympic Park Plaza has a quote from President Jimmy Carter talking about Jesse Owens. Oh, and then it does talk about the oak tree that I was just referring to. In 2017 is the year it was cloned and propagated at the Holden Arboretum. In April 2021, the new clone was planted in the center of the clearing above, and this plaza was built around it to honor Jesse Owens' life, achievements, and legacy. So it looks like you just have various quotes. I don't know if they're all from Jesse Owens, but like that one is. And then there's other ones written along here that serve as some inspiration. Let's see what's on the other side here. Owens was, yeah, it talks about him giving the 4 oak trees. He planted one at his mother's house in Cleveland, one at Rhodes High School, one at OSU, and he claimed that one died before he could plant it. Okay, that's nice to know the history of the 4. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is meant to serve as like a podium, but it kind of reminded me of like if you're an Olympian and you get to stand tall on your crowning podium. And then there's the clone of the tree, one of the 4 originals. Yeah, a nice, unique, peaceful area in Cleveland, Ohio. So if you enjoyed this little tour and walk to the Jesse Owens Plaza, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.